Hello, today I'm going to show you how issues can be handled in Microsoft Project for the web. As usual, I'm going to Power Apps, Apps, Project, and you will see that I will have my project Accelerator opened and I'm going to jump into the projects. As you can see, I have already 3 projects open, so I will choose the first one. I will double click on it and I will go directly to issues. Now, where is the difference between risk and issues? Let's go back for a while to risks. Risks is something which always happens in future. It can be happened in the future or it cannot, so it is not 100% sure. As you can see, for example, here I have probability and impact probability in percentage. When risk triggers, when it becomes active, or when it happens, it is an issue. So the reasonable question will be, why don't we put all issues as risks or risk as issues? On the second question, the answer is simple. You cannot put all risks in issues because risk may or not may happen in future. But on the other hand, on the first question, why don't we put all issues in risks, is because risk is in future. So if you put issue, for example, in risk, then you are predicting that it might be happen. And this is not then issue, it is risk. So what is an issue? Issue is something which is active, but it happens now. It cannot and could not be predicted. If you can, let's say, predict, for example, that in the future you will lose employees, that you could lose employees, then this is a risk. It can or and should or should not happen. It would or would not happen. On the other hand, issues. Let's say that something happens in your project. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are going or you plan to order some equipment for your ERP project. Let's say that you are going to order 100 laptops. And suddenly the factory was on fire. Okay? And it was burned out. This is an issue. Okay? So issue is what is active. Or, for example, someone from your company breaks a leg and should be on his or her sick days. So that is an issue. How can we add in Microsoft Project? First of all, we will hit on new button, and then we have some things which are similar to risks. As you can see, if you saw my video about risks, here are not so many fields like in risks. So let's go through them one by one. Let's say that your factory has lack of power, something happens and you don't have electric power anymore in your company. So I will say lack of power in our office. Okay. Project, to which project this issue belongs. State, is it proposed? Which I should be honest with you, it doesn't make sense for me to be proposed, because if it is proposed, that you don't know if this is an issue or not. So I will put in on active. It can be closed or on hold. On hold means that you are not going to deal with it right away, or that you postpone it. But let's say it is active. What is the issue category? So issue categories can be by default, but you can change it if you change a choice, And if you want to know how it can be done, you should watch my some of my previous video in which I explained how default choices can be changed. It can be now issue, real issue. It can be a task, so you have something which happens to you that you should assign to someone. It can be bug, of course, if we are talking about software, you found a bug, and other. I will say this is a real issue. Who is the owner? I or someone else? By default, it's me because I'm logged in here. Who is requester? Who requests for the issues? Who find out that there's a lack of power? Let's say John is here. Okay? And to whom should I assign this issue? So where is the different requester assigned to? Requester is someone who find out an issue and request, let's say, for this issue salvation, or how should it be solved. Assigned to is who is going to solve it. Priority, critical. Is it critical? For lack of power in my office, it's critical. It can be high, moderate, low, or very low, which was modified by me. So I will say it is critical. Due date, since when, what is the due date? Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. I will say, I will leave it blank, but you can put any date you want. And two more things. Description. We do not have any power in, okay, which power? Electric power in our offices, so we are running out with our laptop battery, and in a half an hour we will be not able to work anymore. And resolution. Resolution can be put here right now if you know it, or you can save this issue. You can think about it, and when you come out with the resolution, or when the issue is resolved, then you can put resolution. So let's say that I am, for example, Peter, and Peter decided to I sent our people to work from home, and I call the electrical supplier, and they fixed the problem, so everyone can work now, and electric power is back. So I am putting now the resolution after the issue is resolved. And that's it. That's all about issues. So you should have all your issues entered here. So when you save and close it, you will have a list of your issues, of your state, and of course, since this is not issue anymore, I will say closed, because I closed that issue, it is solved, and I will say save and close. So that's all for today about issues. Next video will be about changes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice day.